How's it going, everyone? Another week, another video. I will give you 3 seconds to guess what we're going to be talking about today. If you guessed Jesus Christ, then you're right, because who better to talk about than the big dog himself? And I wanted to talk about how he is the GOAT. Jesus, the greatest of all time. Which is pretty epic. And the example I want to talk about, or the kind of passage I want to talk about, is Jesus's crucifixion according to Luke. Something I read earlier this week on Monday, and I was kind of like, man, Jesus really did that, you know what I mean? He was cooking, bro. Even to his final moments, he was killing it, man. He knew what he was doing. So yeah, and specifically to do with the crucifixion is the beggar or the thief that was on the cross next to Jesus that asked Jesus, according to Luke 23 verse 42, the thief said, "Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom." So this guy, he's probably represents me pretty well. He's done things wrong in that aspect. He's done the wrong thing, I've done the wrong thing, so we're alike in that way. And he recognized that really this was his last shot, I guess, to get into heaven, and who better to ask than Jesus himself. And the reason why I think that Jesus is cool in this bit, or why this part of the story is cool, is because of what Jesus said back. Jesus said to the man on the cross, "Truly I say to you, today you will be with me in paradise." And the reason I think that's cool is because Jesus was out here saving lives till the very end. You know what I mean? Even though he was hanging on the cross and all bad stuff, and you know, he was going through it, he was having a rough time, he still was able to give people salvation. He was still able to forgive others of what they have done to him, the sin they've committed to him and to the Father. He was still able to forgive them even in his own last moments, which I think is very cool. Another thing I wanted to speak on that I've been thinking about a little bit is the fact that Jesus died pretty early in his life. I think he was like 33 or something, I don't know, but he was in his 30s, allegedly. That's pretty young. That's not super old. So I don't know, I was thinking about the other day, I was like, why would bro not live longer? You know what I mean? Surely he could get more done if he was alive for more time. I don't know. It's not a ridiculous thought to have. Maybe you've thought it too. And I guess the conclusion I came to was that it's probably more joyful and more rewarding for God to see his people loving others than himself loving others, if that makes sense. Like, sure, Jesus going around the world for another 50 years and doing as much as he can would be awesome. But I think Jesus would rather see people that have faith in him and believe in him loving others and going around spreading the word and all that good stuff, which is believers being me and you, or not you. Yeah, whatever that means to you. Yeah, I think it brings God more joy to see us showing love to others than himself showing love to others. And I think both are good things. God showing love and us showing love. I think they're both awesome. but I think God enjoys the relationship with us more, and us growing in relationship with him. I think he would rather see that than be out here doing it himself, by himself, for more time, if that makes sense. That's kind of what I was, that's kind of the conclusion I came to, kind of what I was thinking about. If you have anything to say about that, any conclusions that you came to, drop them in the comments. I like reading the comments. Comments are cool when people drop them. Yeah, that's kind of all really I had to say today. Jesus is cool. He was out here doing his thing right until the very end, and I think it's cool that it ended the way it did, or Jesus's life went the way it did, in the timing that it did, because it gives me an opportunity, and you an opportunity, to go out and spread the good news to others. So no one's missing out on the fun, you know what I mean? Everyone gets to enjoy the fruits of God's love, which I think is awesome. So yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about today. See you next video. Peace.